Okay, so right now we're looking through the Fujifilm XT-2. This is mechanical shutter, continuous high. Let me reposition the camera lens correctly, so. Okay, you see that? Okay, so let's take a look at that again through the Fujifilm XT-2. Okay, so let's put that down. Now let's do mechanical shutter through the Sony A9. Now remember, the Fujifilm is $1,600. The Sony A9 here is $4,500. So let's position the lens correctly. Okay, so this is the Sony A9, right? So let's do this again. 1, 2, 3. Easily 3 or 4 times worse. So $3,000 more. Not only is the mechanical shutter far slower, it is insanely so more laggy. Okay, once again, Sony A9. Let's take a look. Mechanical shutter. Let's just go back and forth, okay? I was waiting for another car to go by. So let's go back to the Fujifilm XT-2 here, okay? Yeah, there we go. I turned the camera off. Hold on a second, there we go. Sorry about that. Let's see, let me position it correctly here. Okay, so let's do that again. XT-2 Fujifilm, $1,600. I said I would be fair to this camera. Honestly, I was trying to put the Fujifilm down. Be fair to this camera. What, you know, of all the people that have been reporting on the Sony A9, I mean, I say to you literally that the mechanical shutter is next to useless. It's almost like it's an afterthought. This should be like an electronic shutter only camera. It's so, while there is no blackout in mechanical shutter, it's insanely slow, 5 frames per second, and it's so horribly laggy as to be absolutely bar none, flat out the worst. And that's contrasted against the electronic shutter, which is in some cases in zone tracking better than the Nikon D5. So electronic shutter better than the Nikon D5. Just say, forget about electronic shutter, just an electronic shutter, autofocus, zone tracking, better than the Nikon D5. Not, however, in small group mode. Even the Nikon D500 beats out the 2470 G Master and the Sony A9, but mechanical shutter is the worst. So in one case you have the best, but if you're going to stick at mechanical shutter, which is absolutely necessary for flash photography, it's absolutely the worst. I mean, I just gave you the examples. Well, what are you going to bitch about? The proof is right there for you to look at. Look at it again. So that was actually really shocking to me. I had no idea that it would be really bad. I said I'd be fair to this camera. I just got done calling it the best for electronic shutter, but it's absolutely, undeniably, unquestionably the goddamn worst in mechanical shutter. Absolutely horrific. 5 frames per second, really bad. But the lag, I don't know which is worse, the 5 frames per second or the horrific slow lag. So those are the facts. They're undeniable.